From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon!
Shots fired inside a local school, students injured, and the gunman captured. The scary scenario of a training session for law enforcers. It's where we begin, live at 4. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Hazleton State Police, along with police officers from Sugarloaf and Butler Township, met at a local school today in response to an active threat. An armed suspect inside called for quick action from law enforcement. Our Jasmine Brooks has more.
Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon! Drop it!
An armed student was loose in a local school today. Swarms of police officers saturated the halls. Kids were wounded, but in the end, the gunman was taken down. Luckily, this was only a training drill, but unfortunately, this has happened in schools across the country, which is why this simulator, called the PRISM system, is a valuable tool for police officers. Featuring over 100 different scenarios, this simulator, set up inside the former Bishop Hayfie High School, prepares police officers for all types of dangerous situations.
Put the gun down! Put it down! Put the gun down!
Not only do police officers use verbal commands and simulation weapons in this particular drill, but they too can be shot at.
If an officer does not get good cover or concealment behind a solid object, they will get hit by a small plastic ball going about 115 feet per second, and that will actually cause them to evaluate, I could have gotten better cover, protect myself better, and it just helps with their overall response.
This is another type of simulation round that has a paint-filled tip, which leaves a mark on its target. This type of round was used for the second drill performed by state police. In this drill, the bad guy, played by another officer, is also armed with a simulated weapon, which is why much more safety protection is needed. Trooper First Class David Peters tells me performing active threat drills are extremely important.
We look at the trend in violence, school shootings are going on. They have been going on. Lucky for us, it's not been really going on here, so we're very fortunate, but I'd rather be prepared for it.
And one man who couldn't agree more, Rocco Petrone, principal of the Hazleton Area High School, the 5th largest high school in the state of Pennsylvania.
It's definitely going to help because unfortunately, you read all the time across the country, schools can be a vulnerable place for a dangerous situation, if so be that you have a person that wants to come in and hurt a student, hurt a teacher, hurt an administrator, who knows. We have to be ready to go. I wish I could constantly say that academics is our #1 goal every single day, but equally as important as academics is safety. Every parent has the right to understand and believe that their child is safe at school.
The reality is it's happened. In 1999, Columbine. In 2007, Virginia Tech. And it could happen here. But that's why this training is so important. And come Friday morning, state police will head over to the Hazleton Area High School, where faculty and staff will be a part of the active threat drill. Reporting for News 13, I'm Jasmine Brooks, Hazleton.
Jasmine, thanks so much. Well, it was a lesson on life and how the choices you make can change your life and make all the difference in where you end up. News 13 stopping by the Hazleton Elementary Middle School today, where Charles, a prisoner from the Luzerne County Prison, spoke to the kids about making the right choices and abstaining from drug use as a part of the Straight Up program. He told the 6th grade students that he has been in and out of jail since the age of 16, all because of his decision to become involved in drugs. He's now 45 years old. The entire audience gasped when they heard his age, realizing just how much time he's spent behind bars. His story left an impactful message. His message to the kids is that drugs of any kind can alter your life in ways you could never imagine, saying, "You are young and can go anywhere in life that you choose and make your dreams come true. Don't make a decision like doing drugs ruin your dreams." He also urged the students to take his life experiences as a lesson in their own lives. Police are hoping you can help them track down a car and its driver after a Hazleton man says he was hit by that vehicle. The 39-year-old told police he was struck by the hit-and-run car around 8 o'clock in the morning on May 4th. Police tell us the unnamed victim was taken to Hazleton General Hospital, where he was treated and then released. The man said he was walking north on Bennett Court near Beach Street when he was hit by an olive green Ford Taurus going northbound, whose driver failed to then stop. Anyone who knows anything about this incident is asked to give police a call at 459-4940 or dial 911. Hazleton police are now looking for the man responsible for pulling a gun on another man Wednesday night in the city of Hazleton. The gunman's being described as a young Hispanic man about 5'5" with black bushy hair that was pulled back in a ponytail. He was also wearing a blue striped shirt. Police tell us the incident went down just before 7 o'clock Wednesday on the 400 block of West Spruce Street. Luckily, no one was injured, but police are asking for your help. Call 459-4940 or dial 911 if you know anything. Want to win some tickets to hit the green? Another great giveaway for all you golfers or want to be golfers out there is ahead this afternoon. And later, a little trash talking going on in one part of Carbon County over a stinky situation. News 13 was there as residents got heated. Stay with us. All right, News 13 wants to send you to play some golf on us. Caller 13 right now will get their hands on 2 free golf passes to Sand Springs Country Club. Again, we're looking for caller number 13. It's for the Live at 4 newscast only. Good luck to all of you. And moving on now, here are your winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Daily number 892, Big 4 4778, Quinto 82199, and Treasure Hunt 4 12 14 17 29.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, a very happy birthday goes out to Mason Mazurkevich. He's the son of Mark and Janine Mazurkevich. This wish comes with love from your family, friends, and all of us here at SSP TV. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, the Penn Rod and Gun Club has a few tickets remaining for their bus trip to the Dover International Speedway for the June 3rd NASCAR Sprint Race. Tickets are just $150 each and includes food at the annual tailgate picnic. For more info, please call 570-956-3645. And one more announcement, head to the West Penn Rod and Gun Club in Tamaqua on Saturday for a great night of activities in memory of Nick Ziegler. The event will be held from noon to 2 a.m. and will feature live entertainment, a Chinese auction, and more. Hope to see you there. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Agnes Hatchrock of Upper Lehigh. Services will be held Friday at 11:30 a.m. from the McNulty Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 10:30 a.m. until the time of service. George J. Kostick, formerly of Freeland. Massive Christian burial will be held Saturday at 10:30 a.m. at the St. Thomas More Catholic Church in Allentown. Calling hours will be held at the church beginning at 9:30 a.m. Michael T. Kitchen of McAdoo. Funeral services will be held Saturday at 1:30 p.m. from the Stanley E. Analowski Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Alberta Ricky, formerly of McAdoo. Massive Christian burial will be held Friday at 1 p.m. in the St. Richard's Church in Barnesville. Friends may call prior to the service beginning at noon. The Lamar Christ Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And David Kazmetsky of Fern Glen. Memorial service will be held Friday at 10 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 9 a.m. until the time of service. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-priced dinner menu for 2012. And remember, there is always plenty of free gated parking behind the Markle Building.
And welcome to another edition of Chamber Chat. I'm here with Donna Palermo, and we decided to come into your office for a different view, right?
Right.
And we're talking about something that is something you do every year, and it's the academic achievement banquet that's
Right.
going to be taking place.
Yes. Well, what we do every year, we honor the top scholastic students in our 5 area schools. So we'll be honoring them on June 7th at Capriati's. And what we do is we recognize Hazleton Area High School, MMI, Emmanuel Christian School, Weatherly, and Marian Catholic. And we honor the top 10 students from each of the schools, except we honor 30 students from Hazleton area because it is such a large school. And where we get the help for this is because naturally all of those students are free. They're presented a certificate from the chamber and also from State Representative Tara Toohill and Senator John Udechak, and we recognize them for their scholastic achievement in the classroom. We always hear about, you know, the sports and so forth, and most of these are sports athletes as well, but we want to recognize how well they do in the classroom. So it's for the seniors. It's a nice going away, parting gift for them from the business community. And having said that, the business community, our chamber members, actually help sponsor this event. They help us pay for the students' meal at the event. So what we're doing right now is we're asking some of our business community members to help us by sending in a donation to help offset the cost. But again, it's a great event recognizing the youth of our community, and it's always amazing when you hear where they're going afterwards, the colleges, where they're going, if not to college, to a trade school or something, with the hopes that they come back to our community and give back to our community when they're finished with their education.
And it's nice to promote what the Chamber does for the youth and a good incentive for them to do good in school. So I can't wait to hear the names selected for this year. Next week, we're going to talk about Chamber Choice and help out all of you businesses who are looking to save some money.
And thanks to Donna and Janine. Joining me right now is Rob Mahalik. He joins us from the borough of Freeland, and he's helping a big group of people put together a great event happening this weekend. It's called Funds for Friends, and basically what it is a bike run and outing and a lot of fun to raise money for 2 people that are from the Freeland area who right now are battling cancer. Fran Gortva, who has esophageal cancer, and Heidi McGuire Evancho, who has colon cancer. So Rob, welcome. And tell me a little bit about this event and why you guys are doing this for these 2 people.
Thanks, Kristen. I appreciate it. Last year there was an event being held for Fran Gorfa. It was pretty successful, and we thought it might be a chance to help him out a little bit more after his event last year, and we offered some help, my wife Shannon and I, and then all of a sudden we had the opportunity to do it. So we started planning some things a couple months ago, put a bike run into it. That wasn't included last year. Put some more entertainment into it. So this year we hope to have a decent turnout for the event. It's going to start at 10 o'clock in the morning with the bike run registration. That's going to run till noon, and the bike run leaves promptly at noon. About 80 to 90 miles going down into Carbon County. We're going to be doing a stop at the Riverwalk Saloon down in Perryville and returning back up to Jetto. In the interim, while the bike run is on the way, the event grounds actually open up at 1 p.m. Fantasia Karaoke is going to be there to entertain the crowd that shows up for that time. Some people want to come out and sing on their own. They can do so before the bike run comes back. Then when we return, which we're hoping to be between 2:30 and 3, going to be live entertainment by the bands Better With Beer from the Mountaintop area. Strawberry Jam Duo is coming, and then that's going to be followed up by our band, the Green Mountain Boys. We're going to be closing it out from 5:30 till whenever. So we really don't have a set close time. Lots of food, lots of fun, lots of entertainment, tricky trays, 50-50 raffles, a tattoo contest. If somebody wants to exhibit their tattoo and their artwork, they can do so, and people can vote on it. A lot of things on store, and Mother Nature supposedly has a good day for us planned as well. So
absolutely. Now, Fran and Heidi, obviously battling, something that no one ever wants to, have to face, and that's cancer. And Fran, esophageal, Heidi, colon. Why do this for these 2 people, Rob?
You hear it all too often, Kristen. I mean, they're 2 young people, that have a full life ahead of them, and they have to be battling these terrible diseases. I mean, I lost my father last year to cancer. Everybody in the area, the words that come out of their mouth all the time: cancer, cancer, cancer. Among the other things that go on in the Hazleton area as far as benefits and much needed funds. I mean, it's our little way to help out people who we've known all our lives.
Right, and all you're asking for is some sort of a donation from people that show up.
That's all it is. I mean, there's going to be, obviously the bike registration is pretty much on the average as far as it is $15 per bike and rider, plus a $10 extra charge for passengers. And it's not limited to motorcycles alone. any passenger vehicle is allowed to come along on the ride. And you know, it's a nice place down at Riverwalk, so everybody should come out and experience if they have the opportunity. And you know, everything else that we have, the food and the entertainment and whatnot, that's all included. You know, of course, the food we're charging fees for. Going to be chicken wings, barbecue, hot dogs, hamburgers, pasta salad. We got a whole list of things there. We're getting donations constantly. We're up to somewhere around 40 tricky trays already. So the outpouring and the help from the community has been great.
And Fran and Heidi, I do want to add, are both only 42 years old, and you know, both are, you know, have families, and this event can help them so much with medical bills that I'm sure are piling up, and just the regular you know, issues that you come across when it comes to battling a disease like this.
All the extra miles to and from doctors' offices and whatnot, it helps.
Okay, really quick, the time that people should be there to register for the bike run.
Registration's from 10 till noon.
Okay.
We're leaving promptly at noon. The event grounds are open at 1 o'clock if you're not interested in going on the ride with us. 1 o'clock is the start time for the event, and then there is no set end time. We're thinking somewhere around 8, 9 o'clock at night, but it's going to be a fun day.
And it starts off at Jetto Stars, so that's where you register as well.
That's the registration. Yeah.
Okay. Rob, thank you so much. So that is this Saturday, May 12th. Go to Jetto Stars, bikes, cars. You don't even have to have a bike to go on the run. And it's just going to be a great day for two great people, Fran and Heidi. From all of us here at News 13, our prayers are with you, and we hope you, you know, beat it and get through it. And Rob, good luck with the event, and I hope the whole community comes out, and Mother Nature is planning a nice day for you.
Thanks for the help.
All right, Rob, anytime. Well, if you headed outdoors today, temps were cool with some sunshine above, but will the nice temps stay in Greater Hazleton for our Mother's Day weekend ahead? We'll check that out in just a bit, but first, this beautiful creative condition shows a sunny day, perfect for today's conditions. Thanks to Lily, a first grader from Valley Elementary School, for sending it in. Let's take a look at that forecast now to see what Mother Nature has in store for us over the next 24 hours. Then we'll check out your weekend Mother's Day forecast coming up at 4:30. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies with the temp dipping down to a chilly 39 degrees. Wind's going to be whipping a little bit out there, so make sure you stay warm for our Friday TGIF, everyone. Little wind, high of 62, but the sun is shining bright. Your forecast live at 4, brought to you by Just Windows and much, much more. 636-1133 First Street in Freeland. Visit justwindowsandmore.com. Also, if you're looking for an oil company, try Fegley Oil Company, serving Tamaqua, Hazel Township, and many other communities. Call 1-800-572-4925 or fegleys.com for more information. All right, we have a very special birthday wish going out tonight from Janine, her husband Mark, and her daughter Alyssa. 7 years ago today, Mason was brought into this world. Today, he is celebrating his birthday. He's excited to be celebrating with family and friends, and a very happy birthday to Mason Matthew Mazurkevich. And every year, it's a Maz tradition to measure Alyssa and Mason on their birthdays to see just how big they are getting. And I personally cannot believe how big they're getting. Feels like just yesterday that they were here at News 13 in their little strollers. Happy birthday to you, Mason. Your Live at 4:30 is on deck. Keep it here on News 13. We're back in 2. Coming up right now, live at 4:30, the controversy continues in one part of Carbon County where there was a lot of trash talking going on Wednesday night. News 13 recaps the meeting.
Sun Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. It's your News 13.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, the trash talking continues in one part of Carbon County where residents in Banks Township are not happy with township supervisors over problems with the garbage collection and the use of the township garage as a meeting room. News 13's Gary Perna was at last night's meeting. He joins me now live with more on this story from Banks Township. Gary?
Well, Kristen, Banks Township supervisors met Wednesday night in a garage, the township's maintenance building, where there was not much seating and it was a little chilly for some residents with no heat in the building. But many residents questioned the supervisors why the meetings were moved from the firehouse, where there was seating, heat, and indoor plumbing, to the township building, where the amenities are few and far between. And that's not the only thing that has Banks Township residents heated up. They're calling it a stinky situation. Their trash not being picked up and becoming food for wild animals.
because this garbage been on the road between the bears and the raccoons. Some take it on one side, some take it on that side. How do you come up with a driver? I mean, we can't be he's a good man, we can't be at the discretion of one man. Actually, before you fired, you should have hired. I think you should just eat turkey and hire the man back, because he was a good driver.
And many residents agree with that statement, that something has to be done. And something was done. Supervisors hired 8 people to pick up the trash. Starting Wednesday night, Junedale, Arnery, and Coxville will have their garbage picked up. And on Thursday night, Tresco's garbage will be hauled away. Now to the second problem of the night, the building in which the meeting was held. The township garage. No heat, no seats, and a job, Johnny, to relieve yourself. Supervisor Walter Babowski told the audience that this is the township building, and they would have their meetings in their building, not somewhere else. Supervisor Rich Popiglio made a motion to hold the meetings at the Tresco Fire Company building, but the motion failed due to a lack of a second from another supervisor. To make matters worse, the supervisors received a letter from the state saying the township building is in violation of many uniform and building codes. Residents at the meeting were not surprised. There is no handicap accessibility, no exit signs, no fire extinguishers. Supervisors said they are working to bring the building up to code to hold meetings, which brings up the question, why not just use the fire company building after it was offered again to the supervisors? Which leads us to another controversy in Banks Township as the investigation into the Tresco Fire Company bar continues. It deals with missing money, although investigators remain tight-lipped. In the meantime, the fire company members are trying to build their company back up and recruit new members, along with clearing their name in the community, a name that has been somewhat tarnished. So, Kristen, a lot of controversy in this part of Carbon County, and it doesn't look like there's going to be an end in sight. But if one thing was accomplished in the stinky situation, the garbage is a thing of the past, and we'll keep you updated.
We hope it's a thing of the past. We sure hope that garbage is going to be picked up, because I'm sure the residents don't like to come out and find it all over the place thanks to those animals. I know it's just a tough situation over there altogether for supervisors and residents, so hopefully everyone can come to a happy medium very soon.
Yep.
All right, Gary, thank you so much. Good job. Well, the Hazel Township Municipal Authority is moving ahead with plans to renovate the former Sacred Heart Church Hall in Harley, and the goal is to go green with that project. An overwhelming number of bids came into authority members from contractors who want to do the work, which includes the possibility of using solar panels for heating and energy. But now the authority will have to actually rebid the project because all of the offers were just too high in price. The authority wants to transform the hall into meeting rooms and office space and will fill the 5,000 square foot building. The authority may even rent some of the space out to other people and businesses. The authority hopes that once there is a contractor in place, work can begin within a month. Sacred Heart Church and the hall closed back in 2009, with the nearby shrine shut down just this past year. Hazleton state troopers, along with police officers from Sugarloaf and Butler Township, met at a local school today in response to an active threat. An armed suspect inside called for quick action from law enforcement. Our Jasmine Brooks has more.
Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon!
An armed student was loose in a local school today. Swarms of police officers saturated the halls. Kids were wounded, but in the end, the gunman was taken down. Luckily, this was only a training drill, but unfortunately, this has happened in schools across the country, which is why this simulator, called the PRISM system, is a valuable tool for police officers. Featuring over 100 different scenarios, this simulator, set up inside the former Bishop Hayfie High School, prepares police officers for all types of dangerous situations.
Put the gun down! Put it down! Put the gun down!
Not only do police officers use verbal commands and simulation weapons in this particular drill, but they too can be shot at.
If an officer does not get good cover or concealment behind a solid object, they will get hit by a small plastic ball going about 115 feet per second, and that will actually cause them to evaluate, I could have gotten better cover, protect myself better, and it just helps with their overall response.
This is another type of simulation round that has a paint-filled tip, which leaves a mark on its target. This type of round was used for the second drill performed by state police. In this drill, the bad guy, played by another officer, is also armed with a simulated weapon, which is why much more safety protection is needed. Trooper First Class David Peters tells me performing active threat drills are extremely important.
We look at the trend in violence, school shootings are going on. They have been going on. Lucky for us, it's not been really going on here, so we're very fortunate, but I'd rather be prepared for it.
And one man who couldn't agree more, Rocco Petrone, principal of the Hazleton Area High School, the 5th largest high school in the state of Pennsylvania.
It's definitely going to help because unfortunately, you read all the time across the country, schools can be a vulnerable place for a dangerous situation, if so be that you have a person that wants to come in and hurt a student, hurt a teacher, hurt an administrator, who knows. We have to be ready to go. I wish I could constantly say that academics is our #1 goal every single day, but equally as important as academics is safety. Every parent has the right to understand and believe that their child is safe at school.
The reality is it's happened. In 1999, Columbine. In 2007, Virginia Tech. And it could happen here. But that's why this training is so important. And come Friday morning, state police will head over to the Hazleton Area High School, where faculty and staff will be a part of the active threat drill. Reporting for News 13, I'm Jasmine Brooks, Hazleton.
Jasmine, thanks so much. Well, it was a lesson in life and how the choices you make can change your life and make all the difference in where you end up. News 13 stopping by the Hazleton Elementary Middle School today, where Charles, a prisoner from the Luzerne County Prison, spoke to the kids about making the right choices and abstaining from drug use as part of the Straight Up program. He told the 6th grade students that he has been in and out of jail since the age of 16, all because of his decision to become involved in drugs. He's now 45 years old. The entire audience gasped when they heard his age, realizing just how much time he's actually spent behind bars. His story left an impactful message. His message to the kids is that drugs of any kind can alter your life in ways you could never imagine. He said, quote, "You are young and can go anywhere in life that you choose and make your dreams come true. Don't make a decision like doing drugs ruin your dreams." And he also urged the students to take his life experiences as a lesson in their own lives. Coming up on News 13, our good friend Cindy Donlan stops by the studio to chat live about the 9th annual Taming of the Wolf Festival happening this weekend. But first, this week's edition of Adopt Me, you won't want to miss the cuddly cuties that we're going to feature. Can you say kittens? Stay with us.
For this week's Adopt Me, we're back at the Hazleton Animal Shelter. Of course, I'm joined by Chris Barkanic, and we are featuring just a dog that is one of its own kind. I'll tell you that, Chris. It is a mix. And what kind of mix would you say it is?
Well, his name is Leo, and we believe he's predominantly a Great Dane. He has some other sort of huge-headed dog in him, maybe a Mastiff, Bull Mastiff, something like that. He's very strong. He sits and gives paw. And he came into us only a few days ago, but he's already neutered. He came in already neutered.
He is, and you know, you can tell he came from a family because, like you said, he sits, he gives paw, he's neutered, and he's extremely friendly. Although intimidating looking, he's absolutely beautiful. And you said he looks like Scooby-Doo on steroids.
Indeed, he's certainly a gentle giant.
He's a gentle giant, I love it. And so he has a nice shiny coat, long tail, and he is just a sweetheart.
Absolutely.
What kind of home would you say would benefit Leo?
I'd probably say not with smaller children in the house, just in case. He's a very active dog, very inquisitive. He needs a lot of room to run. He definitely needs daily walks.
Daily walks, and he is absolutely beautiful, and it's important to stress that his personality is absolutely wonderful and sweet. Even though he's big, he's a gentle giant.
Absolutely.
All right, this week's dog, Leo. I'm smiling from ear to ear. We are with 4 kittens. They're everywhere, they're beautiful, they're even long-haired, and I am loving my life. I'm here with the blonde, of course, because I'm blonde. Chris, I'm in kitty heaven. What is going on right now?
Well, all 4 of these kittens were recently weaned from their mother, who's also going to be going up for adoption soon. All 4 of them are tested negative for feline leukemia, and they're a little bit young to have been altered yet, so they're still waiting for that. But they are vaccinated against their first FERCP.
And you know what? They're so beautiful, and they're also different, and they have some long hair.
Yep, 2 long hair, 2 short hair.
And they're beautiful. So how old would you say they are?
Oh, they're about 12 weeks, I think.
Okay. And all I have to say is, you see these. I mean, I don't think I could leave with just one. So if you're looking for a kitten, and a lot of people do like to get the small cats, here they are. And also their mother is here, so you can come check out the mom as well. So I'm in heaven. Here we go. And some of these animals that we have featured on Adopt Me have found loving homes. We hope you continue to watch and find that perfect companion for your home. Reporting for News 13, I'm Jasmine Brooks for this week's Adopt Me.
I have to agree with Jasmine. I would definitely not be able to leave with just one, but if I had to pick, I would definitely take home the little orange one. I always wanted an orange kitty cat. Our good friend Cynthia Donlin is here to talk about something happening this weekend. So if you don't have plans, you do now, because you're going to go to the 9th annual Taming of the Wolf Festival, and it's all to raise money to raise awareness for lupus and autoimmune diseases and the Lupus Foundation. So Cindy, you've been working since October on this event.
I work all through the winter season. That's what I'm doing. When other people are hibernating, I'm out there getting donations.
Tell me about this festival, and it's in a new location this year.
Yes, this year it's going to be at Trinity Lutheran Church, 100 North Church Street down in Hazleton. Pastor McKeeby was wonderful to let us have the building. We're going to be there till 6 o'clock from 9:30 in the morning, and I'm really excited about it. It's supposed to be a nice day, so guys, if you're praying, pray hard that we have good weather this weekend. There's a lot of other good charity events going on too that day. We're going to be basically have over 160 baskets this year. We have some exciting prizes. We have a Pepperoni Pavarotti dog. He's dressed as a gondola and he sings El Solo Mio in Italian and English. We have a Doors basket with a Jimmy Morrison bobblehead in it. We've got a lettuce seed basket filled with all stuff for salt, gluten-free stuff. We actually have a basket filled gluten-free. We have a diabetic basket. Oh, we've got tons of neat jewelry and food baskets with Italian gourmet food, Mexican food, and Chinese food baskets as well. And our grand prizes is Chef Lou is going to let you go out to eat one at the Hollywood Diner. He's going to pay for it and take you out to eat. That's one of the prizes. We've got a chandelier from All Faiths. We've got a lot of good stuff. And this year, our ethnic refreshment stand, we've got sausage and peppers. We've got halushki, halupki, barbecue, meatballs, pizza. We have a big bake sale and a health fair. We have a doctor. Dr. Dagner is going to come down. We have a massage therapist from Hope Within coming. We have a lot of different evaluations from the Health and Wellness Center, fat analysis, all that kind of stuff, and gigantic tables loaded with autoimmune disease information. And of course, you can ask questions on lupus. We're going to be doing screening for people that want to be screened that day too as well. So it's a full experience. It's not just a festival. There's a lot of other stuff going on with it as well.
Right, so you can have a lot of fun with the tricky trays and eat great food and everything, but you can also get a health checkup while you're there, and you can learn more. Maybe someone's not been feeling well. Well, maybe they have something like lupus that they're just not even aware of it, and they can come and they can get information about it and talk to people like you who know exactly what it is.
Also, I want to mention we are going to have a band this year called the Toon Bandits. They actually knew Johnny Cash's wife personally, and they played at her 75th birthday party, the first wife. And they play country, western, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s music. So while you're chowing down on Lucy, you can listen to them. Then we're really excited about they're doing this absolutely for nothing for us. And I really appreciate people that volunteer and donate. And the community could not have been any nicer to us this year. And we want to thank Mr. Lassant for letting me be on the talk show, and also for WYLN for what they do too. And all the media in the area have been wonderful.
I was actually going to say, I don't know if Mike can get this, but if you can get me on the one shot, Mike, like this is filled with all of the sponsors who help Cindy make this happen, and that's not even all the people who volunteer and give and help and everything they can do.
This area, everybody says a lot of bad things about this area, but I'll tell you, we have a wonderful bunch of generous people down here, and I'm so thankful to be a part of this community. Absolutely. People have a heart down here. I don't know why people say things, because we're a great bunch of people down here. I'm proud to be a part of this area.
I'll tell you what, when the community needs help, someone in the community needs help, or there's something going on, our community pulls through, and I can say that definitely.
You guys
firsthand.
especially.
Oh, well, thanks, Cindy. Saturday, May 12th, that's this Saturday, 9:30 to 6 at Trinity Lutheran Church on Church Street down in Hazleton. Like food, bake sale, basket raffle, entertainment, health fair, you name it, it's going to be there. So make sure you stop by the 9th Annual Taming of the Wolf Festival.
And there may be a visit by George Washington.
Maybe a visit by George Washington. That's interesting. And that would make history. You'd make national news.
Yes, we want to gain our independence from lupus with revolutionary new drugs.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, thanks so much, Cindy. We appreciate you coming on. Good luck with the event. We always love seeing you here at News 13.
Love coming down here too. Take care, guys.
All right, good luck. Coming your way on News 13, get those cars spruced up, shined up, and sparkly for an upcoming fundraiser event brought to you from the Hazel Park Club and Community Services for Sight. We'll tell you about that. And the rain has come and gone. Will it warm up as we head into the second weekend in May? We will take a look at what Friday's weather has in store for us coming up.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, it was the PIAA District 2 Championships for singles and tennis today, and just getting finished. As a matter of fact, it's been going since early this morning. It's been a kind of cool day up here at Kirby Park in Wilkes-Barre, and we had a bunch of guys that were involved in this, so let's get right to it. The headliner, well, that would be LJ Sederi. The senior came in with the best shot to do anything, and he got off to a real good start today. LJ in his first match went up against a guy from Wallenpaupack, Jeff Alderfer, and Sederi handled him 6-4. It was kind of close in the first set, but then he made easy work of it in the second set, beat him 6-2, and that pushed him on into the brackets where he met up with Ben Bernarski from Coughlin. Now, this is a kid that he played during the season. He beat him during the regular season, and he beat him here at Kirby Park today. 6-1, 6-2 in that one, and that put him into quarterfinal action, and this would be the last one of the day, win or lose. From here, the winners would advance to the semis of the championship tomorrow. He was going up against a pretty tough customer, and that would be Jay Redcar of Abington Heights. And how tough was he? Well, he showed that in the first one. He beat him 6-love in the first set. Now, Sederi came back and had a real good showing in the second set, battling for survival here. He ended up on the short end of things as Redcar beat him 6-4, and that knocks Sederi out of the tournament. It only continues if you're in the semifinals and finals, and he's going to miss it by one match. So his season's over. Pretty good one, at least on singles. He'll get some action in doubles next week. Now, his teammate, Donald Tedesco, had a real good day because he wins his first match. He beats Matt Tedesco of North Pocono 6-2, 6-3. That's really impressive for a sophomore, his first time out in districts. He then would get upended by Jordan Herbert of Tunkhannock. So Tedesco does have a good showing. He wins one, he loses one in the finals here today. Now, let's go to the scoreboard. This is from yesterday. The Cougars are off the schneid. Their 18 losing streak is history, and they did it in a big way yesterday. 10-2 winners over Crestwich. See, Matt Barletta went yard in that one, had himself a big day. And let's not forget that Anthony Zaloga pitched very, very well. Speaking of pitching well, Eric Kohler last night, 3-hit GAR. He had a couple of base hits as well. MMI, 3-1 winners over the Grenadiers. Down the Schuylkill League, North Schuylkill knocks out Pottsville 7-1. Softball action, Pine Grove shuts out Tamaqua, and Pottsville in a close one edges North Schuylkill 1-0. Track and field. The championship, the Raleigh Valley Conference, will be shared for the second time in 3 years by the Lady Cougars and Dallas Lady Mountaineers. That was because Hazleton really ran over Crestwood yesterday, and that forces the tie. There is no tiebreaker, so they'll split the championship. Boys action, Hazleton area wins big. Their regular season comes to an end as well.
And we're brought to you by Bottlenecks, where tonight it's Rack 'em Up Rib Night. They're racking up their flavor with fire-grilled ribs. You get a half rack of meaty, fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style spare ribs, and it is smothered in that sweet barbecue sauce. They fire-grill it and serve it with bottomless fries for just $9.95. And oh, don't forget, huge imported beer selection, pool, dart, shuffleboard. Good time waiting for you up at Bottlenecks.
Got cars? Well, if you do, get them nice and shiny and ready to show off, because the Community Services for Sight is revving up for a fundraising car cruise. News 13 taking a look at some pretty awesome cars Wednesday evening at the Hazel Park Car Club. Community Services for Sight and Applebee's are going to team up to promote their upcoming car cruise. That will feature cars, new and old, motorcycles and trucks. We spoke with the president of Community Services for Sight.
We're trying to do a cruise in to benefit the needy, the Blind Association, try to raise as much funds as we can. Applebee's is supporting us by giving 10% of their profits, whatever we bring in for the evening. And we're just asking for donations for anybody that comes out. We're going to have a bunch of cars coming out, so come out and see the cars, have a good meal, and enjoy yourself, and for a good cause for the Blind Association.
And of course, we know better. That is not the president of Community Services for Sight. She is our very own Lori Lassant here at News 13. Obviously, someone new to our station wrote that story, so we apologize, Lori. But like Jeff said, you are invited to show your car, truck, or motorcycle off on Wednesday, May 16th at Applebee's in West Hazleton from 5 to 9 in the evening. Applebee's will donate 10% of all meals purchased this night to Community Services for Sight. Just tell them you're there with the car cruise. What a fantastic idea. A little overcast this morning, but as the hours went on, the skies cleared, making way for what is expected to be a great Mother's Day weekend. This beautiful creative condition shows a sunny day, perfect for today's conditions. Thanks to Lily, a first grader from Valley Elementary School, for sending it in to us. Let's take a look at that forecast right now and see what Mother Nature will bring us. Mostly cloudy skies for tonight, low down to 39 degrees. The wind will be whipping a little bit out there, folks, so stay warm. Chilly evening. Friday, TGIF 62 will be our high, 43 for our low. Saturday, Sunday, sunny, 71 Saturday, 70 for your Mother's Day, for all the mommies and grandmoms and all the special ladies out there celebrating. Monday, we're back to work with partly sunny skies and a high up to 66 degrees. Your forecast brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming, North Broad Street, West Hazleton. 459-0310 is the number to call to make your furry friend an appointment. Valley High Drive-In, Route 93, West Hazleton. Ice cream, good food, you name it, they got it at Valley High, and they're open for the season. Music to my ears. Finally, we have a very special birthday wish going out tonight from Janine, her husband Mark, and her daughter Alyssa, and it's going out to this little guy. 7 years ago, Mason was brought into this world. Today, he's celebrating his birthday. He's very excited to be celebrating with family and friends, of course. Very happy birthday to Mason Matthew Mazurkevich, and every year it's tradition in the Mazurkevich family to measure Alyssa and Mason on their birthdays to see how big they are getting. And I personally cannot believe how big they are getting. Feels like just yesterday they were here at News 13 in their little strollers. Happy birthday to Mason. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you for making us a part of your Thursday. You can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast throughout this evening, or simply go to News 13's website, ssptv.com, where you're going to find everything Greater Hazleton and beyond. It's all just a click away. On behalf of your News 13 team, be safe. We'll see you back here for TGIF, everyone. Good night.